create pleasure and emotional well-being to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Yesterday we talked about the impact of pain on emotional health and well-being in our organization. Today we're going to talk about incorporating pleasure, meaning things that make us feel good, things that make the people in our organization feel good, and our customers feel good, in order to enhance the emotional health and well-being of the people in our organization, the customers, the people we are here to serve and deal with, as well as us and life in general. It's universally understood that although pleasure and the definition of pleasure and what makes each and every one of us individually happy and pleases us is different. It's based on our values, our past experiences. It's based on our preferences, our likes, our dislikes, etc. And although that's true, that it's unique and different for each and every one of us, just like our definition of everything and our reality, it is universally understood that pleasure enhances our emotional health and well-being dramatically. It's undeniable. You can argue with it if you want, but it's pretty hard to say that it doesn't have an impact on us. Role in our daily experience is we want it to be strategic. We want to strategically decide to build into our days, every day, our lives, our business, our relationships, pleasurable things and activities for both us and the other people that we're involved with. If we're not paying attention to our customers' experience and how they're going through the process of dealing with us every step of the way, every touch point, we're missing the boat, especially in this day and age of really bad customer service. Talk about a competitive advantage and a way to stand out and have the people that you're here to serve know, like, trust, and love you and choose you every time when they need to do business or have the problem that you solve for them solved. If you make it fun, easy, creative, exciting, whatever emotions work for them, easy is the biggest thing. If you make it easy and seamless and there's not any rub and friction points, you're going to win hands down over anybody that competes against you. Pleasure is a pathway to emotional growth. Pleasure, meaning any emotion that makes us feel good, right? Anything above the line of, what is it? Not hope. Hope is still kind of positive on the emotional guidance system. I'm not looking at my scale right now. I don't know why I don't have it right by my light. I should have it right by my phone. But it's like preventative medicine, right? If we do something that makes us feel good every single day, we're excited for each new day that we live. If we don't, we're probably kind of miserable and ornery, and people don't want to do business with ornery, miserable people anyway. So what are some practical ways that we can build this into our business? Number one, really examine your emotions and whether all of your days, and I can speak to this because I spent about 2 decades running through my life, hustling, raising my family, working in corporate America, running businesses, and I don't think my feet hardly ever touched the ground because I was running through my life so quickly. And I wondered why my son never crawled and he just started running. I guess I don't wonder now. But we want to find a way to incorporate things that make us feel good every single day into our life. And we want to make sure that we're giving ourselves a break and pausing to enjoy those things, right? I started following my sudden cardiac arrest, of course. It took a big lesson for me to wake up to what was and was not working in my life. I started doing I would walk once or twice a day outside in nature. When I was down at my business, I would walk down to the river on what's called the dike, and I would be by the water, and I would just sit on a bench for like 5 minutes, and I'd usually have a journal or a flip book with me, and sometimes, 5 minutes turned into 45 minutes, but I was okay with that because I knew that whatever block of time I took, that was the block of time I needed to feel better and to actually enjoy the experience of spending a little time in nature and just decompressing and things. So allocate some dedicated time every single day to leisure blocks without guilt, both inside and outside of your company and your business, right? Everybody in your organization needs to have some break time, and you decide how that works for your business, and you as a group decide how that works for your business. Maybe they have a lunch break. Maybe they have 2 breaks. There's things dictated by law due to labor laws, but how you actually do that in your business is entirely up to you. Engaging in pleasurable activities. Come up with some fun ways to do the things that you do in your business and pleasurable ways so people don't dread things. I did this with safety meetings when I worked for a big corporation. We had to do monthly safety meetings and everybody hated them and dreaded them. They were mandatory, so everybody had to come. And when I first started with this company, there was so much groaning and moaning. And I'm like, guys, we're in manufacturing. Safety has to be our number one priority. We have to always look out for ourselves and look out for one another. And so I decided, after listening to a couple months of groaning and moaning and the topics, that I was going to find a creative, fun way to present the topic every month. And I turned it into different games and challenges and competitions. And it became the favorite meeting of my teams, because even other teams would come and watch, because we made it fun. It was educational. We learned what we needed to do. We actually had better results and no injuries because people were excited to pay attention to the safety topic of the month. And so we can always find ways to do that in our business. How do we make the things that we have to do? And if you can make the mundane pleasurable for yourself and for your organization and for the people that you serve, that's when you win really big when it comes to pleasure and having that help you grow and build and supersize your business. Practicing being mindful and paying attention, being present in what you're doing at the moment will increase the experience and of the positive moments. And we want to capture those. I journal them. I put them in. I don't keep a mood journal, but I keep an overall journal. And so when I do new experiences, or when we're trying new things, or when I've got an idea about something fun to try in one of my businesses, I write it down so I don't lose it. I don't know about you, but we're all busy and our attention gets drawn in millions of different directions simultaneously. So if I don't write it down, I've learned about myself a long time ago, I have to write it down. And the older we get, I think the more we need to write things down. But find ways to incorporate pleasure into your business, for yourself, for your employees, for the people that you're here to serve, and see what kind of a positive impact it has on not only your numeric results, but how people feel and experience your business, how you feel about and experience your business. Share in the comments below if you've done anything like this before. Love to hear about it so we can learn from one another. Otherwise, any questions, hit me up and ask. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.